Hello, welcome to this lab. And in this lab, we are going to deploy a Docker-based web application using Azure Container Instance. Next, we are going to configure networking for the container by assigning a public DNS name and also verify its public access via a browser on port 80. Also, we are going to confirm that the container is running by accessing the application via its public URL. And we are also going to view logs generated from HTTP requests. Next, let me walk you through the architecture diagram for this lab. So this lab is divided into two main tasks. In task 1, we create a resource group named AZ104RG9, and inside this resource group, we deploy a container instance using a pre-built Docker image. So this container runs the lightweight web application and is hosted in Azure. So once the container is deployed, we move to task 2, where we test and verify using a web browser to access the app through its public DNS name. So this allows us to confirm that the container is running and the application is reachable online. This lab will teach you how to deploy and run a containerized web application in Azure. So let's move to the Microsoft Azure Portal. So in the Azure Portal, search for container instances. Click on it. Next, click on create. To create a new resource group. Container name. This is one of our region East US. The image source, quick start images. The image, so we have an image that is specified right here. So click next. So for the networking, so we're going to specify the DNS label name. Alright, click next. Monitoring. I'm going to uncheck this. Enable container instance log. Review and create. So the validation passed, so I'll click on create. So the deployment is in progress. So the deployment is complete. Let's go to the resource. So in the overview blade of the container instance, we have to verify that the status of the container instance is reported as running, right? So let's copy the value of the FQDN, and we're going to open a new browser tab and paste the URL. So when I pasted the value of the container instance FQDN, it displayed the value welcome to Azure Container Instances. So let's go back. So in the settings blade, click on containers, and click on logs. So right here we can see log entries representing the HTTP GET requests that was generated by displaying the application in the browser. So that's it for this lab. We're able to deploy a web application in a container using Azure Container Instances, and also we access the app online through its public DNS name, and also verify that the app is running and by viewing the logs. So ensure that you clean up your resources to ensure that you avoid the costs that comes with running Azure Container Instances. And I'll see you in my next lab. Bye.